Hello and welcome to Subnautica Below Zero. There's been a recent update to the game. It's the first update for this early access release, and it comes with a new vehicle known as the SeaTruck, which is supposed to be like a modular vehicle that you can build. There's also a new creature being introduced, which is known as the SeaMonkey. Now, I did actually start recording all my gameplay, but unfortunately there is problems with the recording, so I've just decided to basically pick up where I left off. I've already seen this SeaMonkey, which is definitely an interesting creature to see, to be honest. It's a bit of a pain in the neck, and I've already built the actual SeaTruck itself, so I'll explain about what I've been up to and show you how you can get this. So basically this is the SeaTruck. This is how it starts. So basically this is the drivable bit, if you will, and you can bolt modules onto the back of it to literally turn it into a truck. So that's like your little cabin, if you will. Now, to actually make it, you need that mobile vehicle bay. Fortunately, you can find all these things in the actual same area, and that's over at the Twisty Bridges. So I'll show you where I was looking around, just so you know where you can go, but there are other places I've since found as well. So let's see if I can find it. So I also started to build a foundation over here. I was going to build myself a base, because realistically going forward I want to be able to keep things moving along. I want to be able to upgrade things, and for that I really need a base. I mean, that I can get away with the that emergency pod that we've got, but it is very limiting. It's okay to start with, but realistically you need a proper base. So if you come down to here, down to the Twisty Bridges, what I noticed was around here there was actually the fragments for the mobile vehicle bay. So there's 3 of those you've got to pick up, and there were fragments for the SeaTruck. Now I think the one, this here, this is the data bank we'd seen earlier. I believe that was the one for the rebreather. They actually reset it, and down there I believe there was actually one of the fragments I found for the actual mobile vehicle bay. So I was just looking around here basically. There's they were just dotted around the area around here, so I just went and picked all of those up, and then I had to start looking into all the actual resources that you needed. So the only thing to keep an eye out for is obviously these blowing brute sharks. They're a pain in the neck, but we're usually on the around areas like here, so they're pretty easy enough to find. Once I'd found the first one, I was just focusing around the area, and that was it. Now when it comes to the resources themselves, the mobile vehicle bay, if we just have a look at the blueprint for that, if I can find it. I think there was some of the blueprints suddenly popped up as soon as I started playing the game. I can't remember. I think one of them was the aquarium, because I definitely saw that one when it came in. Yeah, the battery charger and the power cell charger, I think. I know that was definitely there, and I think those other 2 came there. But that's why I've also got like an incentive to build the actual myself a base. But as far as the mobile vehicle bay goes, you need a titanium ingot. Now that's made from 10 pieces of titanium. The lubricant you get from those creepvine cluster. It's the creepvine seed clusters. So they were pretty easy to find. And then you needed a power cell. The power cell is made from 2 batteries, and the ribbon plants and the copper are actually quite close to that area where your little emergency pod is. The only other thing it needed was the silicon rubber, and that just comes from more creepvine seed clusters. So that was pretty easy to make actually. Now once I've built that, I then got on to looking into the SeaTruck. So we're back into needing the titanium ingot. So okay, just had to go out and get more titanium. The glass, pretty easy. Quite a lot of that dotted around. That crystalline glass, I think it is. It's, you find it in its raw format. Quartz, that's it. It's quartz. I knew it was something close. So that was pretty easy, but then it was asking for these advanced wiring kits. Now, the advanced wiring kit, that was a real doozy, that one. Because if you want to make the wiring kits, each one needs 2 silver. The advanced wiring kit needs one of those, plus a computer chip, which needs table coral, gold and copper wire, and it needs gold itself. So when it come to making these, I actually found there was there's coral around this area if you want to look for it. I'll see if I can find some. There's yeah, over there. So there's some coral over there. It's slightly different. Will you go away? Bone sharks. It's annoying. It's a bit different from the stuff I found on Subnautica, the original game, because in that what you used to do is you used to hack at one of those with your knife and you'd get one piece would pop off, whereas this one you basically just break it in one go and then you get all of these little pieces straight away. So that's a bit of a change anyway. So now I've got to find my little truck. There it is. Right, let's pop back in here. So yeah, so that wasn't too bad for going out and getting the table coral. Now the copper wire, pretty easy. That's just a couple of pieces of copper ore, and that's scattered all over the place really. You just have to go after those little limestone rocks, if I can see them. Yeah, just little limestone rocks like that. But then when it came to the silver, now that wasn't actually too difficult to find. If you go over to that, I found quite a bit of it over where the emergency supply cache was. So I'll head over to there and I'll show you whereabouts I was finding that. So I'll be back in a minute. Right then, so we're over at the emergency supply cache and there's one of those pesky little sea monkeys. The first time I ran into one of those, I tried to scan it and it actually stole my scanner. So I had to go back and make another one. So I thought, yeah, that's kind of frustrating. They said that's what they do, they'll steal things off you. But it's kind of weird. There's like a little sort of like beacon over there saying that the supply cache is over there, but it's actually right here. What was interesting is when I came here, there's a data cache down there which tells you how to make a compass. So that's why I've got like a little compass now as well. That was pretty easy to make. Let's have a look. What's the compass need? Copper wire and a wiring kit. So that was pretty straightforward, to be honest. There's, as I say, they've reset it. There's quite a few little boxes around, storage boxes I found dotted around here, which was useful. So I had a bit of a nose around there, and that was extremely handy. But what you want to look for out here is some tunnels. There's one down there, for instance. If we go down there, this is a good place to have a rummage around, because these are all open. If we come down here, I mean, I was finding quite a lot of outcroppings. Sometimes they're called like a silver outcropping, but the trouble is sometimes they'll give you silver, and well, sometimes you end up with a bit of titanium. Now there you go, breakable silver outcrop. So that did give me silver on that occasion, so that was actually quite useful. One thing I've also found as while I was going through all this is you run into these, assuming I can get moving again, you run into these things here. These are like little nests that are left behind by the actual sea monkey. If you find one of these that's got actual babies in it, so there's like a little, you'll see, like when I saw them there was like 2 of them in. I don't know if I've got enough oxygen to keep going here, but I shall try. I went all the way down, right the way down here. Oh, there's another one. Sometimes you'll get gold here as well, but there's another place you can get it. So I came all the way down here to get things like, you know, gold as well. But again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just gotta bear in mind. But if you have a good look around and find these, you know, if you can find yourself these little sea monkey nests, if they've got like a couple of little babies in them, what you can do is you can actually scan them. There you go. See there. Now I've already done it, but I scanned 2 of those. First time you scan them, it'll say like 1 of 2. Scan them twice, 2 different ones that is, and I actually got a blueprint for a high capacity oxygen tank, which is great. But you need the actual. I think you need an upgrade station or something to make it in. Now I'm just gonna have to find my way back out of here, so I'll bring you back shortly. Okay, I spent a bit too much time waffling, and I didn't spend any time actually paying attention to the O2 gauge there. So yeah, I'm back now anyway, but just slightly eastish, if you will, of that supplied cache, there's another entrance down there. If you head down there, that's where I actually first found one of these sea monkey nests. So that's how I managed to get 2. I'd gone down the other one, and I'd also gone down from this side. I think the 2 are actually connected. It's a bit difficult to find my way around though. But I was also finding, like, you know, more gold and more silver, so it was pretty straightforward enough to go and get all those bits and pieces. But I was like really struggling for lead. So I'm going to head over to where I actually found that. Once I get there, I'll bring you back. Well, I've brought you out here to all of these vents, these sulfur vents, I think they are, because it's out here that I was finding a lot of things like more gold, for instance. You don't always get gold; sometimes it gives you titanium. But there's silver out here as well. There's magnetite, there's diamond, there's lithium as well. There's tons of stuff out here, different types of resources. Yeah, see, diamond as well. But this is where I came, and I eventually got I got all of my lead and all of my gold from here, because you do need quite a lot of gold to be able to make all of those kits. I also found fragments like that one for the stasis rifle. There are fragments scattered around for the actual truck itself, the SeaTruck. Let's see if I can find some. Yeah, there's one over there, for instance. I mean, I'm not going to bother with that one because it'll just turn into was it titanium?
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Then there's also fragments like this one. Now these are ones of the modules. So this one in particular, it's a SeaTruck aquarium module. So I've got all of the fragments for that. So you basically need 3 fragments for the truck, 3 fragments for each module. That module, it says it's collects live specimens, so I've got to build that, and it doesn't seem that difficult to build because I think they've changed something. I recognise that where it's titanium ingots and lithium. As I say, you can get lithium from here. The enamel glass, I'm sure that used to be just like glass and stoker teeth, but now it's saying it needs lead and diamond, so at least I can get the lead and the diamond from here as well. Now I'm really struggling for water at the moment. The bladderfish there's some lithium down there. The bladderfish have all disappeared. I think some of the comments on forums suggest it's because the predators there are basically eating them all before you can get to them. So there's various suggestions that that's around there what you can do. I mean, I've noticed if you go and get the little eye fish. Where's that one? See if I can find it. Life forms. Aye. This little fish here. If you get one of those raw, you'll get 8 water. If you get one and cook it, you'll get 10 water. Another option you've got is if you go and get, it's those creepvine seed clusters, if you eat those, they'll get you 10 water. But obviously when you're eating cooked fish, you'll get a bit of water from that. Otherwise, the trouble is, if you literally dehydrate, you'll die. So it tends to pay, to make sure that if you try to get back to base as quickly as you can, because if you die in your actual pod, you're fine. Otherwise, dump your inventory, and that way you can come back and pick it back up again. But it's a real pain, I think, until we can get like a water filter in. But I'm going to sort out my food and water, and then I'll be back. Okay then, so I managed to get back. I've got some food. Now, you're going to have to bear with me here, because I've got all the materials to make this SeaTruck aquarium module, but trying to get it to connect is, well, it's quite interesting, to be honest. I'm going to have to give it another go, because, I mean, my first reaction was, well, maybe I need to back this up, back the SeaTruck into that to get it to connect. And I honestly thought they were connected, but they just weren't. And I backed it up a second time. Next thing I know, it was just gone. There was just no sign of this aquarium module. So I honestly, I don't know what's going on here, but it's not giving me any indicators here as to what I'm supposed to do with the blooming thing. I mean, it's given me an option to pilot it, for example. So let's see, where's my so there's my SeaTruck. I mean, I tried to back the SeaTruck into this, and it looked as though they were actually connected. So then I tried to get I tried it a second time, but because as soon as I moved, that was it. It was just gone. So disappeared altogether. So I don't know what's going on. Ah, there you go. Ah, they've actually connected all. Ah, no, that's interesting. I didn't even try. I just somehow they've automatically connected. So, so it must be the. Ah, right. So I tried to connect it to that end. I think I must have tried to connect it to that end then. Maybe that's why, because as soon as they came in range, they've automatically connected, whereas it didn't do that before. So this is the storage, so it's actually automatically... Ooh. So it's picked up 2 dead fish already. That's not good. So let's see, so if we... Oh, I like that. That's cool. So if we go wandering around, presumably this thing's going to start picking fish up or something. Oh, there you go. Did you hear that? Did you hear it actually collect them? So you've got to get up close to them. And obviously not kill them. Yeah, you can hear this little clicking. There. Ooh, can you collect that? No, we can't collect it. Nope, we killed it. So let's have a look and see what we've actually collected then. That's quite clever, that. I like that. Wow, look at all them. So we've got all those fish. Excellent, I like this. Oh, I definitely like this. Ah, so you can disconnect the modules. Then we can exit the SeaTruck through the roof there, or we can come out through the back. Brilliant. Oh, I definitely like that. Right. There's something else I want to show you, because it's got me scratching my head, so I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay then, so this is what's got me scratching my head. It's kind of like a giant lily or something. It's a huge plant. It's at least 2 of them there. I don't know if it's specifically this area, but you can see them going all the way down to this part here. And we're on the... Just trying to get my bearings. There's Cargo Rocket Island there. So if I just go back up to the surface. So I was pretty much just like on the other side of this Cargo Rocket Island. and I was basically just looking around. I was trying to find somewhere where I could build a base, or see if I could find somewhere where I could get some more of those bladderfish, because there was just none to be seen where I was at. So I'd just been wandering around and I was seeing this sort of place, and it was just totally barren, not a thing to be seen, until I ran into those sort of things, and it really had me puzzled. And then there was a sea emperor just popped up out of nowhere, and then next thing I know, I've got this thing popping up here. Something where Sam starts asking about the bio sample and just went suddenly quiet. And that really puzzled me, because there was no voice. It was just, you know, like the subtitles, if you will, that had popped up. So that really threw me, because you can see that's got like a voice log, that doesn't, so they didn't put any like voice into it. And then I found an enzyme in the area, picked it up, and then it's just saying that she's going to send it back. Yeah, I've got the enzyme, I'll send it back to you. But I've been through this log and I can't find anything in here that specifically says that she'll go out and look for this enzyme, so that kind of threw me. And then we went into a new day, and then this thing, I noticed this thing in the log while I was quibbling this thing. I noticed this in the log where it says precursor data received, a bounty being dropped to a nearby location. So I still haven't quite figured that out. The only thing I've come close to, possibly I suspect, is when I went back to that emergency supply cache. There was no new beacons popped up. So I went back there, and that's when I found the compass. So I don't know if that's what that relates to there. I just don't know. But that's got me really puzzled. I mean, I'm going to have a bit of a wander around and see if I can find the Emperor again. But it's just good. This place out here was just totally barren. There was just nothing I could see until I ran into those, as I say, look like giant lily pads of some sort. But no, there's nothing in the logs about enzymes or anything. So it's kind of got me puzzled there, because as I said, I don't think they've sort of like extended the main quest at all, but I'll have a look around and see what I see. Right then, so this is what's got me scratching my head. Down there's looks like a sea emperor. When I first saw that, I started to panic, because I'm thinking, crap, this is not good. I mean, I've only seen one like friendly sea emperor. And around that time, what happened was, I mean, you can see there's like these big giant lily pads up there, but I mean, basically I'd been wandering around in this area looking for somewhere to basically build the, build myself a base. But I mean, it's pretty barren out here. There's hardly anything other than what seems to be these like giant lily pads. And while I was out here, I mean, I was trying to just keep my distance from that Emperor, when this popped up, where Sam starts questioning Robin about something about our bio sample, and then it just goes quiet. Now there's no voice log. You can see there's a playback. There was literally no voice log at all. It just popped up as a sort of a so like subtitles, if you will. So I thought, oh, fair enough. So then I started like,
Seek fluid intake.
okay, don't know how, but I'll try. So I started looking around. I mean, I was just trying to keep my distance from this blooming sea emperor, quite frankly. And I noticed there was an enzyme around, so I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe these are the baby ones that had been around, after the end of Subnautica. Maybe they were the baby ones. So I picked this enzyme up, and then that suddenly popped up where she tells Sam that she's got the enzyme and she'll send it back to you. Now I've gone through the log, and there's nothing that I can see in the log that mentions anything about going looking for an enzyme. So I don't know what on earth that's about. I've since been up to the rocket that's up there. It's back again, I had to repair it, and there's 3 items in the inventory it says it's asking for. One of them is a sample of the Kara. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, but since I've come back out here, I haven't noticed this. So there's the Sea Emperor over there. You can just see just behind it there's one of the enzymes you see there. So I suspect these are the babies that got released, or at least one of them. I mean, I recognise the place because it was stalker fish. Oh, game's just stuck a bit there. But you can see I've picked that up, and that's as soon as I picked that up, I got another message. So this is interesting because I can see there's some stuff down there. There's that biogel. You can get it around here. Go away. Go find somebody else to bother. Let me go and get that biogel. Let me get out. Okay, it's not biogel, it's a gel sack. Okay, fair enough. I've noticed that I didn't notice that before, and then there's also this little platform over here. Doesn't seem to be anything there, but in terms of our bearings, we're kind of southeast then of Cargo Island. So these look quite interesting. So there's is that ruby? It's a while since I've played, so I can't remember exactly what's what. Yeah, it's a ruby. May as well scan these things while we're here. I'm sure there was some. So there's some gel. There's a gel sack down there. May as well scan it anyway. Put it into the inventory system. What on earth is that?
Take immediately.
What are you? Oh, you're a piece of quartz. I think it was just the lighting there. It kind of threw me. I'm thinking, what on earth is that? Yes, I'm not sure what's going on there. It's really got me puzzled now. As I say, I don't think they were planning to expand the quest. There's nothing in the notes in there other than about, you know, the SeaTruck and the SeaMonkey. So yeah, that's a bit weird. So this is probably worth. I'll have a look around here and see what I see. So see you shortly. Okay, that was awkward. I was in here and died, obviously, of dehydration, and I literally respawned all the way back at base. It's taken me forever to get back. I mean, it's like 1,200, what, 1,300 meters, 1,353 or something. It's true. But anyway, I've been wandering around and I've found this base down here. So I'm going to have a take a look at that, because I mean, one thing I've noticed is quite a lot of these Sea Emperors are wandering around. I mean, the area doesn't seem particularly hostile except for those stalkers. Another thing I've noticed with this SeaTruck is that until I put this module on, or every time I just like pressed E, I exited the actual SeaTruck. You know, if I'm hooked into here, I press E, I was actually exiting the SeaTruck itself. But since I put this module on, I'm not. It's given me the option to decide what to do. So, I mean, anyway, it's slightly different, but I want to have a look and see what's down here. This certainly looks interesting. So it's got a moon pool here. Oh, it's completely underwater. It's it's got no power or anything, so what on earth's going on here then? Oh no, see, I can't scan you. Why can't I scan you and use you? Oh, this sucks. Right, let's see what that PDA says then. Ah, right. That's what I was looking for. That was one of the things I noticed in the requirements for the rocket. It was asking for specific things to send back. So this is a scanner room as well, by the looks of it. but it's totally submerged. There's no power to it at all. And I can't... Oh yes, you can. Yeah, you can get out. Oh, it's a shame you can't. Yeah, let's see, where's my... I'm gonna have to make a mad dash to get back here first, otherwise I'm gonna drown. Oh, dear Lord. Let's get a bit closer. Because we didn't get into the observation room over there. So there is an entry point. So whoever it is someone's actually built that. It's since been abandoned. Presumably there's no power to it. So it's all underwater. Oh, that sucks, you can't get up to it. That's very deceptive that you can't get upstairs. So that's the bedroom over there leading to there where the water was. Then you've got your scanner over here. Oh, that sucks, you can't even though it's got those like observational things on, you can't you can't actually get in them. Maybe it's just not complete, because I say, I mean, the quest itself, I mean, I've seen nothing specific that actually asked for anything. Right, tell you what, let's get back to that little truck there, and I'll have a look at this personal log. We'll have a bit of a spy on Jeffrey's log here. And we can't, but that was something that was specifically asked for in the on the cargo ship to be sent back. So what's this new blueprint? Aerogel. Oh, aerogel, yes. Gel sac and ruby gives you aerogel. Voice log. Oh, there you go. See that? So it hasn't actually been a conversation then. Yeah, so they haven't quite done anything with the quest, I suspect. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So that's something they'll probably have to deal with, like. Presumably at some point you'll be sent on an actual quest to go and look for that sort of information. I've just literally just stumbled on it, quite frankly. Anyway, I'm going to have a look around and see what we can see. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day on this this particular episode. I haven't found anything in particular yet. I mean, I had a quick look around the twisty bridges down there, and it goes down for quite a depth, so it looks like I'm going to have to upgrade this thing. There are upgrades that you can get for it. Here, for instance, but I suspect these, I mean, I think that's probably going to need like a vehicle upgrade station. I mean, I'm quite keen to get this ultra high capacity tank, but that needs a modification station, and I haven't found any of those blueprints yet. I mean, what I've done is I've like detached the actual aquarium module over there because it was getting a bit difficult to maneuver down there. Sometimes I kept getting stuck on things, and I think to make any real progress I want to get this base here built, and that's pretty much the same as what I would have done through like Subnautica anyway, so I'm not going to repeat the process because I'm just going to build something very, very basic. Because one of the things I want to be able to get myself like the battery chargers, for instance. The moon pool there you can use to actually repair this SeaTruck as far as I'm aware. The scanner room will be definitely useful to have, but it's mostly the battery charger, the power cell. You know, being able to store things as well, it makes a real big difference for your gameplay as well. So, I mean, I've still got this ongoing problem of water, but yeah, I want to focus on getting that that base built for now, and then I'll start looking for, you know, where to find these other blueprints. So that's it for this video. I do hope you've enjoyed watching it. If so, then do please leave a like, because that'll help me out a great deal. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more content, then yeah, do please subscribe. Just remember to click the little bell icon, because that way you'll get notifications for when new content comes out. And if you've got any comments, any suggestions, any feedback at all you'd want to leave, and please post that in the comment section below. So until the next time, thanks very much for watching. Bye.